welcome again at the Knitting in the podcast. This podcast or vlog, how do you say it, is all about knitting and sometimes a little bit of crochet. I'm Yvonne and I live in the Netherlands, in the east of the Netherlands near the German border. And welcome if you're new here, and also welcome if you watched my episodes before. I think this is episode 17 in English. I didn't check it, of course, I forgot. But I will mention it when I upload this video next Thursday. Thursday, 30 November, I think. And the day after, it is finally 1 December and we can start our advents, unpacking our advents. Today is a little bit much. It's really bad weather in the Netherlands. It's raining the whole day. When I woke up this morning, normally I record my episodes in the morning from 9 until 11. I already did the Dutch one, but it was such bad weather and my youngest son has to go to work and I had the car. So I said to him, shall I bring you to work? And I did that. So when I came back, I thought I can do the groceries for today so that later on I don't have to leave the house anymore. We expect snow tomorrow or tonight. They say here, yesterday on the television I saw that in the east of the country where I live there is coming a lot of snow. For us that's a lot of snow because they talked about 2 to 5 centimeters, so I'm very curious, and it can start at 6 o'clock tonight. So maybe we'll wake up in a white world tomorrow. So here in the Netherlands it's normally we don't get a lot of snow, unfortunately. It's always nice, especially when you have little children, but most winters are or rainy or cold, but not a lot of snow. And we always love to have a little bit of snow. I don't like snow when you has to bicycle through it, or you have to go with a car on the highway. But when you're at home and you can enjoy the snow and walk through it, that's the best thing. So I'm very curious tomorrow if it's doable for me to go on my bike to my work, and I have to go on my bike because I don't have anything else. So sorry, I had a piece. My nail was, how do you say that? There was a piece broken, so I had to cut it off. So that's what, yeah, I like it when it's going to snow, but we'll see tomorrow how it goes on the bike. That's not so nice when you're slippery on the bike, but we'll see how that goes. I don't have something to drink. I had a tea before. I had a few coffees, but it's later on the day already. It's after lunch, so I thought I don't need anything. I have a sore throat, so if I'm coughing, I'm sorry. It's I'm not feeling ill, but I'm a little bit under the weather. The nose cold and my throat hurts. So sorry in front of before I am going to cough. That's what it is today. Yeah, and I have 2 finished objects, and that's 2 pairs of socks. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm knitting in them. You have already seen the finished objects because I shared it yesterday. And the first one is this nice DK sock from Lana Grossa. I showed it in the last video. I think I started it. And now they're done. It's an 8-ply sock yarn and it goes really quick. If you knit on this only, I think you can finish a pair of socks in 2 days, maybe in 1 day, if you start early in the morning. So that was not, it was a nice knit, but it was a quick knit. So I've got 2, and these are for the girlfriend of my eldest son. I already gave them to her, but she's still here, so I thought I will use them for the podcast. Meilenweit 8 ply, 8 ply. So that's from Lana Grossa. It's a nice yarn. I bought it at Doll Wool, and this is the result. And the funny thing is, there's left over. I weighed the socks, and the socks weighed 79 gram, and I weighed the ball what was left, and this was 65 grams. So I will knit another pair of shorty socks from it for myself, and that's what I'm going to do this afternoon when I'm sitting on the couch, because it's rainy and it knits up really quickly. But then I'm going to start at the toe. Here I did start at the cuff, so that's the difference. But this is a really nice, super nice, sweet, colorful sock. So that was the first finished object. Then we have the second finished object, also a pair of socks. I love to knit socks because there's so much choice in sock yarn, and yeah, it knits up. It's a short of a little project. It's always nice to take it with you when you're going somewhere. You can always take a sock with you. So this is the one. These yarns I got from a viewer. These were all 10 gram minis, and I used at first 3 gram for my cozy memories blanket, and then I split the ball in 2, and then I knit the cuffs 2 at a time, and so on. So the heel, I did the shadow wrap short row heel, and I used a white one for it, and that is Regia sock yarn. I found that at the thrift shop, and because I didn't have enough minis, she gave me a big skein. Also, I did the last piece with a big skein, and then I did 5 rounds of white, and then I started with a toe. So I think these are really nice socks. She said to me it is dyed with a foot dye, so you have to, when you're going to wash them, you have to put them in cold water with vinegar, because otherwise the colors can bleed. So that's what I'm going to do. So that is my second finished object, and I love them. Really nice sock. And then, last Saturday I went to a knitting friend here in Holland. She's a follower of she watched always my podcast, and we have seen each other before. We are now knitting friends, but she lives in Sneek, and that is in the north of the Netherlands, in Friesland, and I live in the east. So I went with the train to Bien naar Sneek, to Sneek. It's a really nice village. That's one of the villages, I think she said the second or the third village when the Elfsterentocht is happening, the big skating tocht. Unfortunately, it didn't go on the last, I think, more than 20 years. The last one was in 1997. I was there with our group of girls. But Bien said Sneek is the third or the second. I think this is the third city that hoe zeg je dat nou in het Engels? Schaatsers. The skaters will arrive, and there is a nice water tower, she said, and I made pictures there, and we walked twice because I took Cindy with me, but I forgot to take Cindy with the walk through Sneek. So we went for a walk, and it was raining, and we were back at Bien's house. She lives in the middle of Sneek, so she can go anywhere walking. It's really nice. And then she said, oh, you didn't take Cindy with you. I thought, oh yes, that was stupid of me. I forgot. I took this Cindy. She's looking really wild. I didn't comb her hair. This Cindy I took with me, and I always make photos also in London or when I'm in Amsterdam with the landmarks things. And Snake has a big landmark. That is that water tower. So we said, oh, we have to go back. So after 1.5 hours, we went back to the bridge, to the water, to the tower, and we made pictures with Cindy. And the pictures are really nice. If you like to see them, you can follow me on Instagram at Cindy_collector. That's me also, and there I share all my pictures of my Cindy walks. Now, you can, if you like it, you can follow me there, and you see the pictures of Snake with Cindy. Oh yeah, and this sweater I bought at the flea market last week. It's a little bit too big, but it's a woolen sweater. I love it. And yeah, I want to knit Cindy things in the coming weeks. I didn't do that for a long time, so that's what I want to do also. Even kijken, waar was ik? Oh ja, and so we went for a walk, and we had coffees, we had teas, we had some nice food. It was super cozy, and we knitted a lot, and we talked a lot, so it was a nice, very, very nice day. And at 7 o'clock in the evening I went back to Hengelo with the train, and I was at home at 9:15, I think. So it was a good day. And when I was there, even kijken, I thought I needed a sock, so I made the second sock. I think I was here. I did this in the train, and this when I was at Bean's house. So I thought when I left here in Hengelo, I thought, what can I knit when we're talking? Because most of the time you talk a lot and you don't knit so much. So I had a nice brown sock yarn from Novita seasonal collection, and I thought I can cast that on, and I did it at Bean's house. And this is the first sock I'm knitting on. It looks really nice. I thought I start at the toe because it's a 100-gram ball. Even kijken. This is a 100-gram ball. It's 280 meters, 306 yards, and we divided them in two. Bean did it for me, and I said I start at the toe so I can knit the whole thing. Knit until the yarn is gone. But I didn't expect that it was so much, because this piece I have still left. So I will make a long brim cuff. A cuff, and then I will wear them slouchy. And I did the shadow wrap short row heel, and from here to here it's 10 centimeters, and then I started the cuff, and we'll see how long it's going to be. I was surprised that it was so much. I expected that it will stop here, but it's still a lot left, so that's really nice. I love the colors. I don't know why I'm very in love with the brown colors on this moment. The earth tones. So that was the reason to buy this skein, and it's a really nice yarn. It's really airy, light yarn. I knit this on 3.5mm needles, Addi needles, and the next ball is lying next to me, and we'll cast on the second when this one is ready. So it's not I started Saturday and I did a piece Sunday, and this morning I did a little bit, so I think I You can knit these socks in 1 week if you want to. Super nice. And look at this nice stitch marker. She gave that to me. This is my own hat. It's my little logo. I think my cat Pookie is coming here. Pookie. No, we'll see. So that's what I got as a present. A box of this, a tin of these lovely stitch markers with my little head on it. So funny, so sweet. It's in this little tin. I love London, that's what she knows. And here are all the stitch markers. I'll show them later. So this is a really nice sock. Really nice yarn. It's from Novita. Yeah, and it's recommendable, highly recommendable. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to sneeze really loud. Yeah, so that's the sock I'm working on. Then I have another sock I'm working on. I bought last week. If you see my weekly vlogs, you already seen it. I bought a really big ball of this yarn, sock yarn, in the thrift shop. It was a really big ball. It costed me €2, and I immediately saw, oh yes, that's a sock yarn. So I came home and I thought it's maybe smart to wind them up in other balls, because it looked like it was frogged. So I thought maybe there are cut pieces, and that was the thing. So I've got 5 big balls. It's enough to knit 2 pairs of socks, and that afternoon I immediately cast them on, and this is what I've got until now. It's 64 stitches, 2.25 millimeter needles. If you hear something, my kit is vacuum. He's aan het stofzuigen. Goed, so that's a nice sock, and I love this, the stellina, the sparkle in it. So this is on my needles too. I have them in my Christmas bag I made myself last year from the tea towels I bought in Denmark, and I used the tea towel for the linings. And this is a crocheted gelukspoppetje. So that's where it lives in. And yeah, I will knit on this week, this Advent period. Not in a hurry with this, but it's a nice sock yarn. And then I thought that was it for the socks, but I have still a Halloween sock on the needles. It's lying there on the bed. I'm not going to get it. It's nearly done, but I don't feel that anymore on this moment, so I think I will let it for a while and knit it in January or so. That's the second sock. It's nearly done, but maybe I will pick it up this week. I don't know. But one I had forgotten. I thought, what's in this bag? I thought there were scraps in. So I looked in the bag and I thought, oh yes, that is also on my needles. I forgot it. This is also a sock. And it is nice opal yarn. This ball, it's called Herbstmelodie. Even checken. Yeah, opal Herbstmelodie. I got it for my birthday. I bought it in a local yarn shop, and I think this yarn knits up really neat. Look at the nice stitches. It's a really good, nice yarn. I love it. So you can feel the difference from opal yarns. I think these are a lot better than long yarns. I'm so sorry, but the long yarns is always much fiddlier and not so neat. And yeah, this is so nice to see. It knits up really good. I think the last time I showed it, I was here with the stitch marker, and I did this this weekend. I knit the heel, and this is the first sock. So that was a surprise. I was a little bit forgotten that, but this is also one on my needles, and I will finish this in the coming weeks. In the Advent period, I don't want to have too many things around me. Some things I have already on my needles are in hibernation. I don't look at them, I don't knit at them, and I just want to forget it for a while and choose from 1 January the nice Advent knits. I want only simple things, and the other things will come back in January, in the new year. I think that most people have that feeling that it's the simple knits, the little things, the mittens, the hats, the socks, that's now what I like to do. I'm just doing socks, and I'm going to crochet a triangle shaped shawl from my Advent swaps, and I'm thinking about knitting also a triangle shaped shawl from other swaps I had. I've got such a lovely scrap stash, and I used everything already in my blankets and in socks, and I've got still a lot left. So I'm thinking of knitting a simple garter stitch, thinking that I do that triangle shawl with all my scrap yarn, and then a triangle what goes in the decreases in the middle and at the beginning, so that it's hoe zeg je dat? Gelijkmatige triangle. So not an I don't know how do you say it in English. Yeah, decreases in the middle and increases, sorry, in the beginning and in the middle, so that the triangle will go wide and big, and that you can put it on your neck. So lekker, like the Vertices Unite. So many fabric to put around you. I love that. So that's what I'm thinking about. We'll see if that happens. You will see that in my vlogmas videos. I will load every day a video up in English and in Dutch, but I will do that in the end of the day, I think late in the evening, because I have to work, and we'll see if I succeed. It's I'm feeling very excited to do that, so that's a good thing. Then I had, of course, I knitted on my litmus cowl. It's grown a little bit. I put a stitch marker at the point where I have to knit this piece again, so that my shawl is not too long to put it twice around my neck. I don't want it too wide, so that's why the stitch marker is here. That's I can see that I have to do this amount of knitting on this side, and then I can close it, and then it's long enough for double around your neck. I still have, it's in this bag from Birdie and Puppet. It's one of my favorites. Fall bag. It's not the smallest one. It's a middle size. It's big enough for a shawl. This morning I wound up this ball, so now I have to do, after this color, I have to do the purple again. Then I will do this lovely color, and I still have two colors left, and then I have had all the colors from the Advent calendar. I think maybe I have a few more yellows, because in my Advent calendar of last year there were 5 yellows in it, and I thought it was too much. So maybe that will come back at the end. I don't know it yet, but when the length is not long enough, I will choose colors that I used already for the second time. So that is growing slowly. It's a nice knit. It's when I wake up in the mornings, sometimes I knit a few rows on the shawl, and all the leftovers from that advent calendar is in this lovely bag I made myself. It's a dodgy bag, and here are all the leftovers, so I can choose colors that I liked most to do maybe twice. So we'll see how that goes. And what's left of this, I think I still have a lot left, because the balls were 20 gram minis. I will use for my knitted scrappy shawl. I love to make that. My head says already a few weeks, make a scrappy shawl from all the lovely colors you got left from all the swaps and all the, no, you know what I mean. So that's living in here. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I knitted two stripes, not a lot, on my northeasterly. My northeasterly I started January this year, 2023. I bought it, I think, last New Year's Eve, and I'm at lane 5 or row 5, and these are all scrap yarns that I got mostly from swaps or socks I knitted myself. So this is a long time project. I don't mind, I love it. I just knit on this when I feel it. And this week I came from work and I thought, oh yeah, I feel that I want to knit on this, so I did this green part and this part. So this is growing slowly. And this is in a nice bag. It's living on my bed next to me, so when I feel like knitting on it, I can take it. It's from Sunny Designs. I bought it last year, and she had a sales moment on Instagram last week. So this one I already had, and here is that northeasterly blanket in. It's super nice to take around your house. And we have now, of course, this is my second Cozy Memories blanket. I did a few squares on this also. I think last time I was at the yellow one, and this one I did the pink, and this one, oh yeah, because I frogged my confetti sweater. If you've seen my weekly vlogs, you had seen it. I didn't feel it. I thought I'm going to frog the whole thing, and then I found a nice yarn in my bag, and I thought this is hand dyed, because the rule is in this blanket that it's all hand dyed yarn. But I think this wasn't hand dyed yarn, but I love it. It's a little bit Christmassy, and I had a little bit left, so I made already a cuff for my scrappy advent socks. A start. This is the start for one of the socks. So that's why this was ending up in my blanket, and here is sparkles in. Here are sparkles in. I love it. So that's what I also did, but not every day this week. I was a little bit busy. It was very busy at my job. So, but I love this a lot. And I think I forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my Weekender from Andrea Maury. I knitted that last year, and yeah, it's a really nice sweater. It's a little bit oversized, but I love that. And it's really warm. It's really the time of the year to wear sweaters like this. And I don't like high necklines, so this is super nice for me. And this is a really soft yarn. It's for, I think there was alpaca in, and that's always super soft. So this is what I'm wearing. The weekend from Andrea Mowry. In the next coming year, in 2024, I will knit another one, but then in I think in a dark anthracite grey color. That's my plan, but that's for later. Ja, dat heb ik ook gehad. Yeah, and then we had the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. I finished my shawl. If you saw my weekly vlog, you've seen it already. The disaster with the shawl. That the red color had bleed and my off-white color isn't off-white anymore. It is a pink. But not, I think not a really nice pink. It's a little bit, yeah, I think you can see it for, oh, she washed her shawl wrong. But that can be in my head, I don't know. So this shawl is a pain in the ass for me. I chose to do the Pink Queen Yarns version. But when I will do it again, I will choose Stephen's version because I like that a lot more, or the crocheted version. I think mine is a little bit fiddly here with the modular knitting, and I think it's not so neat, so it disturbs me, or how do you say it? My shawl's not so big. I think some shawls I saw on Instagram, and Jana from Finished Knitting Stories, and the lady from Craft House Magic, these shawls are all looking more big and more loose. I don't know, maybe I'm a tight knitter. Yeah, what can I say? When I put it around my neck like this, it looks really nice. But yeah, I didn't like the border, to knit this border. And because of yeah, the color bleeding, I don't like it anymore. It looks like the second color is also, yeah, it looks a little bit filtered, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to wear it, of course, on my bike to my work. Nobody will see that in the morning. Yeah, but I've seen more beautiful versions of this shawl, and yeah, maybe you were very critical on your own work. That's maybe the point. Maybe I will knit this shawl again, but then I will absolutely use Stephen's second version because I like the look of that more than this. And when I knit it again, I won't choose the lighter colors with the darker colors, because I don't want to happen that this happens again. Maybe I will knit this shawl again, and then in red, black, grey. Yeah, the colors I like the most. But we'll see. It's not on my list on this moment. I will. Yeah, I have to say, when I see it so on my screen, it looks, yeah, it's a whole little bit nice. And of course I will wear it, but I'm not. I don't know why I'm not proud of it. Last year I was really proud of my shawl, that it was that it worked, that I finished it, and now it feels like a yeah, it feels like I don't know how to say that. Yeah, and that is a failure, and that's maybe not the thing, but yeah, what can I say? I saw somebody online, I don't know her name, she's she lives in England, but she's from Finland, or from, ik weet niet precies, and she had she didn't fail to do this border, and she did a granny stitch line border. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, that's nice. I think I will do that also. But I thought, Yvonne, you didn't even try to do the dip stitch, so that's what we don't do. But when I'm doing it again, I think I will do a crochet border. We'll see what the future brings. I like the shawl. I like the, how do I say it? Yeah, I like the shawl, how it looks. It could be one of the favorites, but mine is a failure. Yeah, I love the eyelid section. That was the best. And this was a really pain in the ass, and it took a long time, but it looks good. So yeah, ach yeah, maybe I'm too critical on myself. I don't know. So that was my Stephen West finished objects from 2023. I don't know if I participate next year. Maybe I will wait next year until I see how the shawl looks and then decide that I'm going to start it. But we'll see it when we get there. So yeah. And then I have another nice thing to show you. What I got from my friend Bean. We saw it at the video from Luna Sternit. She's a Dutch designer. She had also a podcast here on YouTube, but she's only doing it in Dutch. But she had come up with something that you have this card. Bean made this for me. 1 to 20. So if you have 20 advent calendar yarns or swap yarns, you can make your colors every day on this card. And when it's over at the 24th, you have a, hoe zeg je dit in het Engels? Dobbelsteen with 20 sides. And you can throw this, god, hoe zeg je dat? Hier is geen dobbelsteen. You can throw this, and which number it is, you choose the yarn with what erbij hoort. Similar to your number. And then you need another dobbelsteen with 6 sides, and you throw how many rows you're going to knit. So I thought that was a really nice idea, and Bean thought it also, and she bought it for me, and she made this for me. So my advent calendar socks, I'm going to put a strength on every day until I've got 20, and then I'm starting my advent sock with this lovely dobbelsteen. I'm sorry, I don't know how you say it in English. I think when I'm done I say, oh yeah, that was the word. So stupid, eh? So that's what I got from her, and she gave me these really 3 nice tins, London tins. This one's so sweet. And in the tin are all the stitch markers with my head on it. That was a present from her to me. Look at how nice. And there's a lot of, I think 10 or so. And I got the little cat heads, the stitch markers of when you use this on your needles. So that's what I've got from her. I did not buy yarn this week. No, I don't think I bought yarn. Oh, how good for me. It was too busy at work. I didn't... I had bought a lot of sock yarn lately, so I'm now trying to knit up at first some things and wait a little bit to... I don't feel like want to buy yarn at the moment because I have a lot in stash. The only thing I will do is go to the local yarn shop. That's they had a new they moved, and I will go there in December to buy maybe a skein of Christmas yarn, but I have also 2 from this year, and I have a lot from West Yorkshire Spinners and all the kinds, so maybe it's not necessarily to buy a new one, because I want to knit a few things from what I bought last year at Christmas. And yeah, I'm trying to make Christmas project bags, but I'm so busy at the moment. I don't feel like sewing. My sewing machine is in the living room, but I just can't feel the energy to sit after it and make 2 project bags. So maybe it will succeed in December, but not on this moment. Yeah, I'm nearly at 600 subscribers. So if you like my videos, you watched my videos, but you're not already subscribed, push that button, give my video a like, comment on it so that I can see that you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Yeah, I know there's a lot to watch, and but yeah, maybe you stick around, and I would love that. And that was it for this Monday. This video goes up next Thursday, and the day after is finally 1 December. We can start opening our advent calendars, and I feel like doing that. Oh yeah, like I love it. Can't wait. And you see that all in my vlogmas films videos. I'm trying to put up every day a vlogmas in Dutch and in English, and I think I will succeed. And when it's not, maybe it's a day later. But I'm trying to do every day a vlogmas, and I'm going to, yeah, I think 10 minutes, 10 to 15, maximum 20 minutes per day. So hopefully you will watch my vlogmas, and you'll see what I'm doing in the month of December. I'm going to watch also all the vlogmas videos from my favorite podcasters, and I love that. Oh, I can't wait. Waking up in the morning and lying in your bed with a coffee and knitting on a sock or something and watch vlogmases. That's the nicest thing to do, I think. So yeah, I think... Sorry, I was interrupted by the phone and I had to take that. So I will stick this after the video. I was wrapping up. Yeah, so that's what I feel. I love it that the vlogmas starts, and yeah, the month of December is so cozy, so dark, and if the forecast is, yeah, if they're right, we're going to get snow tonight and tomorrow here in Twente, in the east of Holland. I'm very curious. So maybe tomorrow morning I wake up with a wide world. So we'll see. It's always nice to have some snow. But here in the Netherlands, normally there's not a lot of snow. It's always wet snow, and it's so always gone. Like when it's white, a few hours later, everything is gone. Sometimes we'll have a lot of snow. A few years ago, that was in the COVID period. 2015, that was not good. 2021, I think, that was a nice February. We had a lot of snow, and it was cold, and yeah, we could ice skate, and then it's in the Netherlands, it's so nice. So I hope we'll get a winter like that. But for now, it's only raining. It's a week in, week out. It's raining. We had a lot of rain. I don't know. It looks like in my street where I live, here are all the leaves falling from the trees. Normally, they tidy that up 3 times in this month of November, but they didn't come yet. I think it's too wet. That's the reason they cannot clean the streets. I don't know. It's very annoying because we have big trees in front of our house. It's the how do you call that tree? Yeah, the leaf is like the Canada flag, the Canada leaf. That kind of trees we have in front of our house. So every leaf is on the floor now, and it's wet, and it's Maar we have a good cozy home. I put on the central heating. Last year I tried to, with the high prices, I sit in the cold a lot, and I don't do that anymore. I still had to pay a lot of energy bills, so I'm not going to sit in the cold anymore. So this year I will put on the heating when I feel like it. And I'm now having it on 18 degrees. So yeah, that's what's going on. I have to work 4 days this week, tomorrow, Tuesday until Friday. And then I've got 3 days off. So we'll see what the week brings. See you next podcast, I hope, and leave a comment if you like. Thank you for watching, and see you at Vlogmas. Yes, I arrived a few hours ago at Bean's place in Sneek. It's a really lovely house, super nice. I'm sitting in the corner of the couch. That is the dog from Bean and Dirk. I am knitting on my sock. I just did the Kitchener stitch, and I'm going to cast on this one later on, and we're going to walk through Sneek, and I will film a little bit when it's there. Here we are walking through Sneek. This is a very famous point. Here's always the Elfstedentocht when there's ice, and in the summer it's Snake Week. There are a lot of boats, so this is really nice to see. This was my second time in my life that I was here. So it was super nice to see. It was raining. Here's Cindy. We went another time for a walk because we forgot to take Cindy, and so we went back 2 hours later, and it began to get darker, and the water tower was really nice. Yeah, you saw it in the water line also, and Cindy was glad that she was with us. So Sneek is a really nice place to go. If you in the Netherlands, at some point you have to see this. And Bean lives there almost 30 years. So she's used to this, but it's in the north of the Netherlands, and that's 2 hours drive from where I live, so it's not so near my house. But it was really nice to be there and to enjoy this really Dutch city. Yeah, Friesland. Friesland is a really apart from the rest of the Netherlands. They call it Friesland. In Friesland they have a dialect, not a dialect, but they call it a language of their own. So that's funny, and they, it's a history of the early days. I don't know it, for sure, but I think they want to be a country of their own, just not the Netherlands, but Friesland. And here you see the bridge where the skaters go under from the other one place to the other with the Elfstedentocht. And here are all the people cheering at the sides to cheer to the skaters when there's ice. And we haven't got ice for a very long time. So hopefully this year it will come back, or next year in 2024. That should be nice.